I'm Adam.
And I'm Sugar.
And this is Where There's a Williams, There's a Way. Hey, Sugar, have you heard the story of the gingerbread man?
That speedy little cookie always makes me laugh. Why? What's cooking?
Well, my class is baking gingerbread men today. But you know what? I'm a bit worried they might follow the original's footstep and run away.
Imagine a whole bunch of gingerbread men racing around the classroom. That would be quite the sight.
Right? I can just picture them yelling, "Run, run, fast as you can. You can't catch me. I'm the gingerbread class."
But hey, I hope they don't escape. I might mistake them for ice treats. And, well, you know how much I love ice.
I'll make sure to keep an eye on them for you. In today's book, the lonely old woman and the lonely old man decide to bake a girl this time. But when they open the oven, she runs off just like her brother. Never fear, this smart cookie has a plan to outfox the fox. Will it work? Let's get started. The Gingerbread Girl by Lisa Campbell Ernst. You may remember the sad story of the gingerbread boy. He ran away from the lonely old woman who baked him, as well as many other hungry characters. His dash through life was ended in one greedy gulp by a sly fox pretending to help him cross a river. This is the story of his younger, wiser sister. A full year had passed since the lonely old woman and the lonely old man had lost their gingerbread boy to the devious fox. They were even lonelier than before. "Let's bake again," suggested the old man one morning. "But what if the same thing happens?" cried the old woman. "I couldn't bear the loss." "Let's make a girl this time and decorate her with candies. Surely a sweet little girl wouldn't run away," answered the man. So they mixed up the dough, rolled it, and cut it out. They dressed it with as many candies as they could fit, completing the cookie with an amazing hairdo made of licorice whips. "She's sweet," gasped the woman as she slid the cookie sheet into the oven. While the lonely old woman and the lonely old man stood watch by the oven, they talked, remembering their gingerbread boy's short life. "He never should have run away. He never should have trusted that fox." As the new cookie baked, her mind woke up and she heard everything. Sweet or not, she thought, things will be different this time. When it was time for the cookie to be done, the old woman carefully, ever so carefully, cracked open the oven door to peek. Bam! Out jumped the gingerbread cookie, running toward the door. The little old woman screamed, "Stop! Stop!" and the little old man came running. But the cookie was already out the door and headed down the same path that her brother had traveled. "Here we go," whispered the gingerbread girl. The man and woman chased after her, but she sang, "I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread girl." As the gingerbread girl dashed along the path, she came to a group of farmers working in the fields. The aroma of fresh-baked gingerbread caught their attention. "Wait!" the hungry farmer shouted and began to run after the gingerbread girl. She laughed and called, "Hey farmers, don't bother. Like my brother, I'm fast. Run all you want, but I've learned from his past. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me, I'm the gingerbread girl."
I remember my escapade when I wandered away from my home, looking for a new ice patch. Got quite the scolding from my folks when they found me.
Did you at least find some fantastic ice?
Oh, I sure did. It was glorious. But the trouble I caused was, well, let's just say my parents weren't thrilled.
Hey, sometimes little adventures lead to the best discoveries, right? Just like finding hidden treasure.
Absolutely. But hey, we both made it back in one piece. So I'd say it was a success. But I'll leave the wandering to my past now.
Farther down the road, a pig came into view. As the gingerbread girl grew closer, her candy sparkled in the sunlight. The pig squealed with joy and tried to take a bite, but the gingerbread girl was too fast. She leaped over him, singing, I can leap past Piggy like all of the others. This story will not end like that of my brothers. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the Gingerbread Girl. On down the path, she came upon an artist. A masterpiece, good enough to eat, the artist whispered, and reached out to scoop up the Gingerbread Girl. With some fancy footwork, the Gingerbread Girl zipped past, laughing. I can outrun this artist like I outrun the pig. I'm one smart cookie despite this wild wig. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me. I'm the Gingerbread Girl. Farther along, the Gingerbread Girl passed a cow with her calf, who mooed happily. Mama, I want a cookie to go with my milk. But when the cow tried to catch the Gingerbread Girl, she soon found herself running behind, listening to the Gingerbread Girl call. Chase if you want, I'm faster than you. Although you have 4 feet, I've only got 2. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me, I'm the Gingerbread Girl. Up ahead, a dog walker was crossing the path with 3 dogs. The dogs barked happily, seeing a tasty treat headed their way. But as the Gingerbread Girl sped past, the group was soon in line with the others, hearing, You're joining the chase, the more the merrier, but no one can stop me, not hound, not terrier. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me, I'm the Gingerbread Girl. Now the path ran right past the school. The children were out for recess and feeling quite hungry. Shouts of "Cookie!" were heard across the playground. The Gingerbread Girl waved to them all as they joined the chase with their teachers, and she sang, I know that it's snack time and you want a sweet. Come follow along and you'll soon have a treat. I'll run and I'll run with a leap and a twirl. You can't catch me, I'm the Gingerbread Girl.
What's the longest run you've ever been on? Well, the longest run I've done was probably across this huge expanse of ice in the Arctic. It was like a marathon, but with endless snowy plains and icebergs.
That sounds terrible. I can just imagine my feet being cold, wet, and wrinkled. Not a good combination for me. The longest run I've been on was a half marathon, and I've done that twice.
That's impressive. How'd you keep up the pace?
Well, the first one was a rock and roll marathon, so they had bands and live music playing along the course. That was pretty cool. But the second race was around a rocky lake. I had to look down at my feet the whole time so I didn't trip. I gotta ask, did you have any companions during your icy marathon?
Oh, absolutely. My fellow polar bear pals joined me. We had a blast sliding across the ice and exploring the frozen wilderness together. Teamwork makes the ice work, you know.
Finally, the Gingerbread Girl came to the same river her brother had tried to cross. Who should be waiting for her but the same devious fox? Hello, my pretty, crooned the fox. I was a friend of your brother's. It looks like trouble runs in the family. Do let me help you cross the river. Just jump onto my tail. The Gingerbread Girl shivered, then sang in nearly a whisper. Do I have your promise for a safe ride to shore? You won't drop me or eat me, that's all I implore. The fox chuckled. I promise, my sweet little tidbit. And the Gingerbread Girl gingerly climbed on the fox's tail. The instant the gingerbread cookie climbed on, the fox dove into the water, ready for a fabulous feast. Oh, the water's so deep. Move to my back, he insisted, thinking this cute cookie was even dumber than her brother. Anyone could tell by looking at her that she was an airhead. The Gingerbread Girl did what she was told. That's a good little girl, the fox said with a snicker. Oh my, the water's deeper. Now move to my head. No sooner had he spoken those words than the Gingerbread Girl leaped to his head, pulling off a strand of her own leathery licorice hair. With the expertise of a ranch hand, she triple-looped it around the fox's snout and tied it off with a half-inch knot. You're right, she whispered in the fox's ear. I am good. The fox snarled and struggled and strained, thrashing about, but the Gingerbread Girl hung on, turning him back toward the crowd, riding the fox like a bucking bronco. The Gingerbread Girl whizzed past singing, He'll run and he'll run with a leap and a twirl. Come follow me, I'm the Gingerbread Girl. The awestruck crowd followed all the way back to the lonely old woman and lonely old man's house. The gingerbread girl rode into the kitchen, secured the fox, jumped onto the table, and she measured and mixed with a leap and a twirl, singing, "I'll bake you some more, I'm the gingerbread girl." The old woman and man quickly joined in to help, having a hungry, happy household to feed. From that moment on, of course, they were never lonely again. And what of the fox? The gingerbread girl was eventually able to teach him some manners, using gingerbread crumbs for treats. Most days you could see them riding across the countryside and hear a small voice drifting in the breeze. "We'll run and we'll run with a leap and a twirl. I outfox the fox, I'm the gingerbread girl."
That reminds me of the time I outsmarted some sneaky seals trying to steal my ice. They thought they could distract me by doing a synchronized dance routine. Little did they know, I love a good dance. So while they were busting moves, I quietly moved my stash to a safer spot.
That's genius. It's funny how sometimes the best way to outsmart someone is by turning their own plan against them.
You gotta outsmart the tricksters.
There was this one time when my mischievous dog tried to outsmart me. He thought he could sneak away while stealing some snacks.
What did you do?
I left out a decoy snack, a toy cookie that looked real, but was just a model. Meanwhile, the real snacks were hidden in a box with a squeaky lid. So when my dog went for the fake one, I heard the squeak and caught it red-handed.
Or red-pawed.
If you want, you don't have to be sneaky. You can like this video and subscribe to the channel. I'm Adam.
And I'm Sugar.
And this is Where There's a Williams, There's a Way. Did you know? Back in the 16th century, Queen Elizabeth asked the royal baker to rustle up gingerbread biscuits that looked like her guests. This is one of the earliest records of gingerbread men,